Terrence Howard, the actor known for his roles in films like Hustle and Flow and Iron Man, has espoused several controversial and unorthodox theories, particularly around mathematics and physics. Here's a detailed debunking of some of his prominent claims. Teriology and the 1 = 2 theory. Claim: Terrence Howard has asserted that conventional mathematics is flawed, particularly his claim that 1 multiplied by 1 should equal 2, not 1. He calls this system teriology. Debunking. Mathematical definition. In standard arithmetic, the product of any number with 1 is that number itself. This is rooted in the definition of multiplication. When we say 1 times 1 equals 1, we are following the axioms of arithmetic that have been consistently verified and applied in various fields successfully. Consistency in proof. The assertion that 1 times 1 equals 2 lacks proof and contradicts fundamental properties of numbers and operations. Mathematics relies on consistency, and altering these fundamental rules without a logical foundation breaks down the entire structure of mathematical theory. Applications. If 1 times 1 were 2, it would invalidate countless applications of mathematics in engineering, physics, economics, and virtually all sciences. The implications of such a change would be catastrophic and impractical. Claims about universal physics and chemistry. Claim: Howard has made statements suggesting a new form of understanding physics and chemistry, often implying he has discovered fundamental flaws in established science. Debunking. Peer review and scientific method. Scientific theories gain acceptance through rigorous peer review and experimental validation. Howard's ideas have not been subjected to such scrutiny. Established theories in physics and chemistry have withstood extensive testing and validation over decades, if not centuries. Empirical evidence. Howard's theories lack empirical evidence. Theories in physics and chemistry are based on empirical data, reproducible experiments, and observations. Howard's claims do not provide experimental data or reproducible results. Expert consensus. Howard is not a physicist or chemist by training. The consensus among experts in these fields does not support his theories, and significant breakthroughs in science typically come from collaborative and interdisciplinary research, not from individuals working in isolation without peer engagement. 3. Personal discoveries and rewriting mathematics. Claim: Howard believes he has discovered new mathematical principles that require the rewriting of established mathematical knowledge. Debunking. Educational and research institutions. Mathematicians and scientists at top research institutions spend their careers studying and expanding upon mathematical theories. Significant changes to fundamental mathematics would require extensive validation by these communities. No formal presentation. Howard has not published his findings in any recognized scientific or mathematical journals. The process of publication includes peer review, which is critical for validating new theories. Logical consistency. Mathematics is built on logical consistency. Any new theory must be internally consistent and consistent with observed reality. Howard's theories, as described, do not meet these criteria and thus are not taken seriously by the scientific community. Conclusion. While Terrence Howard's creativity and desire to explore new ideas are commendable, his theories lack the rigorous validation and logical consistency required for acceptance in the scientific and mathematical communities. Established theories in these fields are built on a foundation of empirical evidence, logical proof, and peer review, none of which support Howard's claims. Terrence Howard has indeed applied for and been granted patents related to his theories. His primary focus has been on a concept he refers to as teriology, which he claims involves a new form of mathematics. Here's a look at his patents and a debunking of their validity from a scientific and mathematical standpoint. Howard's patents. One method of applying teriology to expand limitations. Patent number US 2006-29045A1. Description: the patent application describes a new mathematical system purported to correct perceived flaws in traditional arithmetic, particularly the multiplication of numbers. 2. Tetrahedron building system. Patent number US 29-1969A1. Description: this patent involves a building system based on a new understanding of geometry and mathematics. It describes a construction method using tetrahedrons. Debunking the patents. Method of applying teleology to expand limitations. Mathematical foundation. Howard's claim that 1 multiplied by 1 equals 2 is the cornerstone of this patent. As previously mentioned, this idea contradicts the fundamental principles of arithmetic. The commutative, associative, and distributive properties of multiplication are well established and have been rigorously proven. Logical consistency. Traditional multiplication is internally consistent and forms the basis for algebra, calculus, and other advanced mathematical fields. Changing such a basic rule would cause inconsistencies and render much of mathematics unusable. Practical application. There is no evidence that Howard's system can be applied practically in any field of science or engineering. Mathematical concepts must have practical utility and predictive power, which Howard's theories lack. Tetrahedron building system. Geometric principles. The patent describes a building system based on tetrahedrons, which are well understood geometric shapes. Traditional geometry and architecture already utilize tetrahedrons and other polyhedra in various applications, including structural engineering and molecular chemistry. Innovation and utility. While the patent might describe a null method of construction using tetrahedrons, it does not fundamentally challenge or change the principles of geometry. The utility and innovation of the patent would need to be evaluated in terms of practical construction techniques, but it doesn't imply a need to rewrite geometric principles. Scientific validation. Any claims of new geometric or mathematical principles would need extensive validation through peer-reviewed research, which is not present in Howard's case. Conclusion. While Howard's patents are legally recognized, their scientific and mathematical validity is highly questionable. Patents do not require the same level of peer review and validation as scientific theories. They protect intellectual property, but do not verify the correctness or practicality of the underlying concepts. Howard's claims and patents have not been substantiated by the broader scientific and mathematical communities. And without rigorous proof and peer-reviewed validation, they remain speculative and unaccepted by experts in these fields.